Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Home Tai Chi. Just FYI, what you see at the beginning of every video are practice sessions, and I'll explain more about that later. Before we get started though, I'd like you to keep two things in mind. First, I am really sorry about this vertical view. You see, when I tried filming horizontally, it automatically brought me closer to the screen. And I don't think that's such a good thing. Actually, this is how it looks in landscape mode with the same distance as before. You can see at the top and bottom how it barely fits, and that's how it was with certain hand and foot positions where it fell outside the frame. And it was even worse if I took a step toward the camera. So, hopefully you'll get used to this view pretty quickly. The second thing I want you to keep in mind is that these lessons are supposed to be doable. So it's really important to pay attention to what feels right in your body, even if it looks different from my movements and postures. For example, if I take a step like this, and it looks to be too far, feel free to modify it to something like this. Likewise, if I'm putting all my weight on one leg, and that feels off balance to you, then it's perfectly fine to keep both feet planted on the floor. So, let's switch over to lesson mode and I'll see you in 2 seconds. Let's begin with our stance. What you want to do is have your feet comfortably about a shoulder's width apart, with a bend in the knees. Let's take a look at this in a side view. Here are your legs standing straight up and down with your knees locked. But throughout our practice, we'll want to have our knees slightly bent in order to flow through the postures with ease. Now we're ready for posture 1, opening breath, which is basically taking a deep breath. What I'm going to do in this lesson and the next one is give you a visual cue for my breathing. So, when my arm goes up, I'm inhaling, and when it goes down, I'm exhaling. Now keep in mind, your arms can stay by your side. You don't have to move them at all for this posture. I'm just doing this so you can easily see when I'm taking that opening breath. Let's give it a try. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Ideally, you'll want to inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Our next posture is ocean wave. What we'll be doing is raising our hands to shoulder level and then lowering them to our waist. The thing to keep in mind as you do this is to imagine that a piece of string is tied to the wrist, like one of those marionette puppets. And when we raise our hands, it's like a puppeteer is pulling the string up and thus raising our arms like this. Notice the bend in our arms. If we were to keep them straight and then try to raise them up, do you feel how your shoulder muscles are doing all the work? When we do it the Tai Chi way, we are engaging all the muscles along the length of the arm. Let's give this a try, starting with our arms by our sides. And lift. And lower back down to the waist. And once more, hands to the sides. Lift. This time, as you're allowing your hands to go back to your waist, imagine there is a puff of air supporting your palms as they go back down. Let's try this again. With our arms by our sides, posture 2, ocean wave. And let's lift. Then lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Now let's try it from the beginning. Posture 1, opening breath. Posture 2, ocean wave. And one more time. Before moving on to posture 3, here's what's a little different about my style of Tai Chi. From here on, you'll continue to mirror my movements. Meaning, if I lift this arm up, you'll be lifting up your left arm as if you're looking in a mirror. And likewise, if I shift in this direction, like looking in a mirror, you'll be shifting to your right. So keep all of this in mind throughout the rest of our lessons. Now posture 3, ward off left. This involves several combination moves, first of which is called hold the ball. Imagine that you're catching a medium-sized beach ball at your midsection and holding it with your right hand on top and your left hand underneath. We'll do this one arm at a time. First, our hands are at our waist after ocean wave. Next, we'll place our right hand on top of the ball and shift our left hand to hold it underneath. We'll do this once more. This time, try to move your arms together. Right hand goes on top, while your left hand supports it underneath. Now that we're holding the ball, we're going to shift to the left, basically taking a small 45-degree diagonal step forward, like this. You want to make sure you're comfortably standing with both feet firmly on the floor. You don't want to be leaning back like this or leaning forward like this. Your weight should be evenly distributed. So let's take it from the end of ocean wave with your hands at your waist. Here we go. Hold the ball, right over left, and step out left. From here, you're going to complete this posture by sliding your right hand down the side of your body, pushing downward. And then you'll also lift your left hand to about 1.5 feet in front of your chest. The idea here is that you're warding off an enemy that is coming at you from the left. Let's go back again to the end of ocean wave. Hold the ball, right over left, Step out left. Now at the same time that you slide your right hand down, your left hand comes up in front of your chest. And now you've completed ward off left. Let's try this again. Hands to the waist. Hold the ball, right over left. Step out left. As your right hand goes down, your left hand comes up. Ward off left. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. With every lesson, you can reinforce what you just learned by going back to the start of each video and doing the 10-minute practice session. I recommend doing it a few times a week, including trying it without the video. Finally, what also helps me is to count either out loud or in my head each move as I do them. So, good luck with practicing. Please subscribe to be sure you receive lesson number 2, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.